Hey, this is Redman coming to you live from the Road Famous Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 2. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe!
Oh, snap. We did it again. This is a packed-ass Monday night belly room. What's up, everybody? That's right. You podcast listeners are really missing out on this one. We have more fun on Mondays than other people do. It's very exciting to be here. I am well rested. I didn't work on a TV show today for the first time in 6 episodes, which is great. I got to relax and run errands, go to the bank, and deposit many checks because things are going good. And I'm so glad you people are here. You had a fun weekend. You did the Death Squad tour, Grand Rapids, Columbus, Ohio, Indianapolis.
And finished it off with Doug Loves Movies also.
That's great.
On Sunday. If you're listening to this, Death Squad Midwest, thank you so much for coming out. That was, putting together a show last minute and having so many people come out. It's always great to see that. And
Phoenix, Arizona, we're with you this Thursday, and
That's right.
Toronto, Canada, Kill Tony is selling out very quickly. We are doing a fucking giant theater there,
That's
and
awesome.
we are already almost sold out. It might be sold out by the time you hear this podcast.
That's
so
right.
Try your best to get a ticket if you're listening anywhere near Toronto. I want to give a special shout-out. Met a few fans today before the show. One from Scotland. Danny, hello. Where are you?
Yeah.
All the way from Scotland, this motherfucker came wearing a Death Squad t-shirt. That's amazing.
Oh, hey, what's up?
There he is. Look at him. Look how Scottish he looks. We have my friend from Utah, Trevor, has signed up tonight. He started doing comedy thanks to Kill Tony. Met him when I did Wise Guys in Salt Lake City with Joe Rogan. Trevor's an awesome guy. And the great Heidi is here from Phoenix, everybody. We love Heidi. So glad that they're here. Guys, we only have one sponsor on this show, and she's sitting right over there. Her name is Elise Lane, everybody. She's the chef with a pan. That's right. Other sponsors give shows money. We don't want to annoy people by giving us money. But we do have a sponsor that cooks delicious meals for us every week. She is a recipe checker, which is a job in which professional chefs have to run their food by her. She makes sure that it's good enough so that they can put it in their book. That's an actual job that she has. So all you fat fucks out there drooling at the thought of having a job like that, ha, Elise Lane has it. She's at The Girl with the Pan on Facebook and Instagram, and she's on Twitter at Elise Lane. Tonight she made delicious food. For the first couple weeks, I would always say what she cooked for us right off of this piece of paper here. It was always a lot of fun. Then I realized sometimes some words are hard to say. So why would I say it when we could have our producer that has a speech impediment, Josh Martin, say it, everybody? So Josh Martin, why don't you come on up here? And then after a week of doing that, after 1 week of having Josh say it, and he would take these long pauses in between words so that he could properly say the next word. So what we did for the next couple weeks after that, next few weeks after that, we made it a game where if Josh stops talking at any point or he stutters over a word, our pal Brian Redband here gets to pat him in the balls. That's not a pat, but that would be interesting. Josh likes it rough. Josh, thanks for wearing your worst pants.
Check.
Did you buy those like that, or was that an accident? Did you go down a slip and slide of bleach or something? Like, what exactly, what happened here?
Is this mic on?
Yeah, the monitor's
It all
not
seems a
on,
little bit
though.
quiet. Can you guys hear me all right? You think it should
Yeah.
be louder? It's a little soft,
Yeah.
right? Can it get a little louder? Little
Try.
louder, little louder?
I would have to go in the back. I'll take
Yeah,
Good
the
thing
back.
this-
It needs
good-
to be fixed in
Good
the
thing
back.
this isn't a live podcast. All right, Josh, you ready?
it. No. I got hit in the balls really hard last week. So.
Yeah, last week we did accidentally hit him a little bit too hard, so I... Did you have you said you had a little blood in your urine, so I don't want to hit... I don't want to do it that hard, so I'm ready.
Live audience, are you ready
This
for...
isn't good.
Live audience, are you ready for stutter or ball tap? Guys, you could do better than that. Are you ready for stutter or ball tap? You can't ask questions. You better have told him the wrong word on purpose. Josh, go ahead. Tell us what Elise Lane cooked for us this week.
She cooked grilled Milanese sirloin steak with blue cheese. that wasn't my balls.
You didn't even
Give me
stutter.
the balls. With blue cheesesteaks, tart wilted
Oh, come on.
with kale.
Josh, you gotta say something.
Blizzard cherry
I think
tomatoes
Josh
and
likes
sauteed
it. I
peach,
know.
shimeji mushrooms, and sesame soy tofu.
I can't
There
do
you
it.
go. Give me that. You started off so good. The first few times he never even stuttered over a word. Now I think he's gotten into the S&M.
I kind of think he likes it.
Yeah, I
Because he
think
kept
so.
on saying, like, I said, I'm sorry I hit you too hard last week. And he goes, that's okay. It's for the show. No, seriously, it's okay.
He loves it. That's grilled Milanese sirloin steak with blue cheesecake tart, wilted Swiss chard kale, blistered cherry tomatoes, and sauteed beach shimeji mushrooms. And for Tony, sesame soy tofu. Elise Lane, everybody.
Yeah. Looks delicious.
That looks amazing. Guys, every week we have a new head of security here on the show to keep us safe. It used to be a guy named the Iron Patriot, but then he got a little bit too big for his britches. He said that the show, he's not going to come back until it's picked up by a major network. And to show him how replaceable he was, we replaced him with a brand new Patriot each week after that. It's been a long time now. We've literally had over 40 people doing the job that one guy used to do. And this week's no different. Our head of security tonight, one of my old bestest buddies. We've done so much together, one of my funniest friends. It's Dan Madonia, everybody. Here he comes. Oh, snap. I feel safe already. Dan, how you doing?
I got this shit on lockdown.
He's going to keep us...
Calm down, Laney.
Dan's going to keep us safe, make sure everything goes well. Dan, how's everything going? We've had a lot of fun together. We've been doing stand-up together for, what, 6 years?
6 years we've been together. Mm-hmm. And not a moment has gone by that I regretted.
That's right. One time during a mushroom trip in San Diego, Dan caught me when I passed out.
Brought him back to life. That's who's doing your security tonight. The fucking
Boom.
best.
Boom. Only the best for this audience. I'm very excited to have you, Dan. Thanks for making it. You look fantastic. You're one of the few guys that suit actually fits. Up until it turns into high waters at the bottom, but I like that. You kept your pants on. Ballsy move. All right. Fuck yeah. Well, let's get into it, shall we? Tonight's guests, two of my favorites. It was originally supposed to be Ari Shafir was going to be here. He might swing through a little bit later, but unfortunately he had to do an unexpected fitting in Sherman Oaks for his brand new 1 hour special that's going to be shot here live at the Comedy Store in the original room at the end of October. There might still be tickets available for that if any of you are interested, and if you're a comedian, you can watch it in this room. It's going to be playing live on a big screen right here while it's happening live in the original room. Something cool for you comics to see is a Comedy Store born and bred machine running his 1 hour Comedy Central special live. So that's very exciting. He's going to say hello to us later. But I got a great replacement for you that you're absolutely going to love. And another first-time Kill Tony guest. However, they are two of my favorite, funniest pals in the world. Put your hands together for Cort McCown and Sarah Tiana, everybody. Wow, the powerful Sarah Tiana. Welcome. Cort McCown is in the house. His first time on Kill Tony. Sarah, this is like your third time, right?
Yeah.
I'm a virgin.
Well, welcome, Cort.
There's
We're
a
happy
guy
to have you.
outside that wanted to know if we needed a dancer in the show.
Oh, some guy pitching to be the dancer.
Yeah.
If the stage
said-
was a little bit bigger, I'd totally have a dancer on the other side of the Patriot. But obviously, the Patriot can do that
Yeah,
himself.
Patriot is good enough.
He literally lights up the dance floor.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Obviously, you're not ready for home runs yet, because I'm just hitting them. But the batting cages over here. Guys, welcome.
Good to be here, man.
Cort, are you happy that Ari couldn't make it? We get to sit with the beautiful Sarah Tiana between
I
us
love
now.
Sarah Tiana, man. She's the best. We went to Europe together. We spent a month.
We went to Scotland. There's a guy here
Yeah,
from
a guy from Scotland, yeah.
we just
That guy right there that
Oh,
looks
there
like
you
a
are.
girl.
Yeah, I remember that guy. I remember that guy. Yeah.
Nice to see you, ma'am.
Yeah. So no, I love Tiana. I mean, I can't believe the Jews over in Sherman Oaks getting another costume fitting. It's like it's one yarmulke, one size fits all. What's he fucking looking for? You know?
It's true, and
Yeah.
you know, Ari shouldn't wear anything too nice because
No.
you know,
Well, I watched his special he did, the Comedy Central one, and he had a really nice suit that he had made in China. I don't know why he didn't just wear that. That was
yeah,
nice.
it's true. I wonder if he's gonna wear the glasses with the nose attached for this special that he always wears all the time. His nose is attached to those glasses, right?
It's large.
I think so, yeah. It's
That-
really large. It would be weird if it wasn't.
Right.
You know, he should totally buy a bunch of those old Groucho Marx glasses and repackage them as Ari Shaffir glasses. You know, the one with the little mustache. And
But they all smell like weed, though. That would be the best way to do it.
Yeah.
'Cause then it would be like Ari.
right.
Ari's got a beak, is what we're saying, everybody. He's our Jewish friend, and he one of the fun things that he's doing is on the deleted scenes of his special, he does one of my favorite things in the world called a Q&A, where people in the audience get to ask him questions about being Jewish, and he rolls with it. It's the funniest. It's my favorite thing in the world. So I'm actually going to be part of it, so you can catch me on the deleted scene, or on the, not the deleted scenes, the extras of Ari Shaffir's 1 hour special that he's shooting here in a month. I'll be asking extremely racist questions from the back of the room.
Just a typical Tuesday for you.
You're right, exactly. Or Jews Day, as I like to call it.
Now they're getting ready for the home runs. See?
Sort of. I don't think they're really paying attention. It hits them like 5 seconds later. It's almost like there's an audio delay in here right now.
Yeah, they're still trying to figure out why Ari's not here.
Right.
I don't blame them.
No, it's true. But Ari's going to come say hello later, hopefully, if he makes it out of Sherman Oaks. You know, hopefully he will. You know.
I don't know. There's a lot of Germans there. It takes him a long time to get up over the mountain. You know?
Right. Yeah,
Over the
he's an interesting guy. Dan, do you have any questions for tonight's guests?
Sarah, what was your favorite moment in comedy?
My favorite moment in
Absolutely,
comedy?
Yeah.
Besides you asking me that question? Oh, man, I don't know. You mean, man, I don't know. That's a really tough question.
You want to ask Cort his question? We'll come back to
Okay.
Sarah.
Cort,
Yeah.
in Teen Wolf,
In Teen Wolf.
you were number 33 on the team.
Correct.
What position did you play?
I have no fucking idea.
Do you know?
I
You
don't know.
Dan?
No, I
Oh.
have no idea. That's what I wanted to know. You can't tell who's playing what in that movie.
No, it wasn't like a real game, man.
I had
Michael
money on that.
Michael J. Fox was the star of the team. He's 4'3", and he has Parkinson's disease. What a shitty first round pick that would be. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that was my favorite moment. in
Yeah, there we
comedy.
go. Yeah,
That's my answer.
I didn't know you were in Teen Wolf. I love that movie.
yeah, the original.
Wow.
He
Michael-
was in Can't Buy Me Love, which is the reason I even became friends with him, because I was such a huge fan.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Well, that was initially what made me like go up and talk to you. I was like, oh my god,
Oh.
because I had a Volkswagen Cabrio convertible, just like Cindy Mancini.
Yeah, that's
Man, I wish I was your guys' age to know what you're talking
Yeah.
about right now.
You will be.
Go fuck yourself.
I will be.
All right.
Yeah, Can't Buy Me Love was one of those movies I used to watch because I was like a loser, and it made me feel good because like, oh, the loser got the popular girl, and then you were the bad guy in it. That was the.
But I was a nice person. Just because I threw shit at him doesn't mean there's nothing wrong with that.
Now, what did you play in Teen Wolf? Were you just like that a small role or?
That's the role he retired on.
Yeah, I retired on that role on the 4-cent residuals I get from that piece of shit. No, I was like one of the guys on his basketball team, so it was like one of those things where we we were there the whole entire time, and it was a lot of fun, man. I mean, except you're just like, really shitty basketball. I mean, they had this guy that was a basketball player at Loyola Marymount. Like, he was a college basketball player, the shortest kid they could find to put in the wolf costume. Mm-hmm. And then he was the one who would play basketball when the wolf costume was on. Wow. Michael J. Fox sucked really fucking bad.
Right.
But, so did we, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like one guy, Mark, he was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, whatever, this guy, Mark. He weighed about 350. And it was like you could see his nipples through his basketball costume. It was disgusting, man.
I'm surprised Michael J. Fox wasn't that good at basketball. Like, I figured he would be. Do you think he'd be better now at basketball than he was then?
He could probably dribble better now than he could then.
But what about with the ball?
Well, yeah. My favorite moment in comedy, right there. That's my favorite moment.
Man.
Great.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it, guys. This is Kill Tony 70-something, and we have over 30 comedians that signed up for the opportunity to do 1 minute here tonight. You know how the show works. Comedians, when your minute is up, you're going to hear the sound of a kitty. Aw, you can barely hear it. Let's hear it again. Aw, there it is. That means your time's up. Wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. Here it comes. There you go. All right. And
authentic.
Obviously,
this sounds like a rape whistle.
Yeah. Obviously, our bear was driving a French police car in that one. So you never know what the bear is up to. So let's get this thing started, shall we? Here we go. Doing your first minute tonight and then talking with all of us on a live podcast. One just fall out.
No, you got it.
Put your hands together for Dan O.W. There he is, Dan O.W., everybody.
How's it going tonight? Got a question. What do you guys think about ISIS, huh? Yeah, woo! Well, I'm glad you're so opinionated on Egyptian deities. You'll love this next little bit, then. My favorite deity has to be from Hinduism. His name's Ganesh. He had his head chopped off and replaced with the head of an elephant. I was thinking about what his first thought must have been, if it were me. Why couldn't this have happened to my dick instead? But, even Catholics, though. Catholics have some weird mythology, too, I don't know if, you've probably heard of St. George. He actually became a saint for fucking killing a dragon. And so, I know, patron saint of bullshit, right? And so, people these days say it might have been a crocodile, but that's still a pretty fucking shitty miracle to get canonized for. And so, and the Catholic Church can never fucking admit it was a crocodile. Or they have to, canonize Steve Irwin and a bunch of fucking Cajuns from the South. And so, as it stands now, though, I think they pretty much have to make a saint out of whoever kills Bigfoot.
There you go. Bigfoot and
the chupacabra, whatever.
Yeah, a lot of imaginary characters you talked about there, especially Jesus Christ. A lot of religious stuff from you. I know that you were on last week, right?
Yeah, first time last week.
First time on stage ever?
First time on stage as a comic ever.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you planning to get more topical as time goes on? Because
hopefully.
You're still doing dragon breathing jokes.
I'm just trying right now to just write stuff that I haven't even heard from anybody to try to find my voice.
No, I love that. I get it.
It was good. It was original.
Yeah, religious background, right?
Yeah, pretty religious background.
And what are you up to now? How do you what in your life happens? Like, what do you do for fun?
That's right now.
I could
just,
picture you covering yourself in black latex and putting a ball gag in your mouth and like
Oh,
hitting the
that's-
streets.
Only, I mean,
Anybody
Great
who
try to keep
religion.
that to a minimum. It gets
That's
in the way
the
of
Catholic side of him.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's really from just the No Life and Wikipedia wormhole, you know, clicking on the link, reading some weird shit, and just trying to make something out of it.
You're very Tom Hanksy. You should do some Tom Hanks stuff.
Whoa, that
There
great
you go.
advice, Brian.
Brian
say
Redband,
Tom?
Hollywood agent.
Did you just say Tom Hanksy? Tom Hanksy?
If you get a chance, you should star in the Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, you're gonna
You should
chance.
do more Tom Hanks stuff. You know, like Academy Award-winning films. And,
Yeah.
you know.
I could act mentally impaired.
Great advice, Brian. So seriously, what do you do for fun? You said Wikipedia. That's not an answer.
Well, I think last time we covered musician, and that pretty much takes up a fair share of my time.
You're a jazz musician, right?
Jazz and blues.
What instrument do you play again?
I play bass mainly, but I also play guitar, piano, whatever else is needed.
Right.
Yeah.
Does the bass do you play the bass because it sounds deep like your father that wasn't there to talk to you?
I like to feel heavier and blacker as well.
Oh, cool.
No, I like
You
the
looked
bass,
at your
there's nobody-
penis when you said that. Is there a reason why?
That's exactly. That's Freudian slip. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's because nobody else really plays bass, so
What do you mean nobody else plays bass?
everybody plays guitar, so if you play bass, more people.
Have you ever been to any concert before? There's almost
Well,
always a bass player.
Right.
They're those guys.
It's
people
usually the
play
guy
double
that couldn't get laid playing guitar that's playing bass. Yeah.
Exactly. You can't sing. You gotta play bass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought your material was interesting. I wouldn't start with a question ever, because you just need to. You walked up there and you took the mic like you were in control, and then you immediately asked a question, which means that you need the audience to tell you what you want to talk about. And I just think if you're going to be assertive, you just come out and go, "Let's talk about Isis. It's my favorite Egyptian god as well."
Hey.
You know what I mean? Just like come right out and just start going.
Yeah.
The only thing I would tell you is that every time you say something, you step backwards, almost like you didn't want to own it. So just stand your ground.
Yeah.
Stand up there and you own your material. So just stand there and tell it.
And if you are going to ask a question, after you ask the question, don't point the microphone at the audience. Like
Why,
that's gonna
Tony?
help the
That's the musician part. Bob Barker.
that doesn't work in real life.
I think the
And it
material.
was a rhetorical question. I mean, what did you expect people to say when you asked, how do you feel about ISIS?
I just wanted some reaction, really.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know, positive or negative. I just wanted to get to the opinionated.
Did you really think there was going to be a positive, like, slow clap in the back?
I think there was.
Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah! Bill! I said
Give
everybody.
If they were going after, they could have
Quack,
named themselves
quack,
after Raw
quack.
and made themselves easier to cheer for. You know?
Yeah.
Whoa, what was that face you just made?
The Canadian.
It was very
joke
Hanksy.
face.
I mean, I think if you had a little bit more confidence delivering your material, it would have gone better because you're obviously still really nervous about it. But I think the idea is there, and I like the idea of Steve Irwin having to get canonized. You know what I mean? But we missed a lot of it because you were talking really fast and you were a little nervous. But that's just going to come with time. So I think it's good that you got it out the way you did.
What's up with Dan O.W.? What's your real name?
It's Daniel W.
Why
Yeah,
Dano?
Yeah.
Because he plays bass, dude.
You think Dan
Dano, because I've been called that a lot throughout my life. I feel a little
Dano,
more
and you're
comfortable.
just going with it. And,
run
and
it.
the W.
And just the initial W.
Dano W's from being in AA for a long time, just a habit.
You're in AA?
No, not really.
Not
whenever
really?
Whenever like a lead balloon.
What do you? Are you in it? You're not in AA? Do you ever drink?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
AA would hate me.
right.
I'd be just yeah.
Because where do you drink at?
Oh, church. These.
There you
Best
go.
joke so far. I
There
like
you
that
go.
one.
Exactly. We got it out of you.
Yeah, book 'em, Dano.
Do you really drink
Yeah, occasionally.
at home?
No,
Where do you drink at?
I'll drink probably now after this.
All right, Dano.
Wherever
I-
someone's paying for them, that's where he drinks.
I
Him
like
and I
your-
have a lot in common.
I like your style. I'd say you don't want to say your last name.
It's White, Daniel White. I don't have a Twitter though, so doesn't fucking matter.
Dude, I
Okay.
think you should embrace
Wow, lots
the
of
white. I
self-confidence
think you
going
should
on there,
embrace-
you know?
I think you should embrace the white.
Well, no, I'm thinking about some point transitioning to like, just Dano.
Dano?
I'd say Daniel or Dan. Dano sounds like, some kind of moron frat guy.
Yeah.
And you're not, hey, yo, Dano! And then you show up and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You look more like a,
It's like that commercial where all the people are holding signs for Michael Jordan, and it's that old white guy that shows up at like the airport, or they think they're gonna be bringing pizza to Michael Jordan, and it's just that guy.
Right.
So that's like how I felt when I heard your name. I was like, oh, cool,
hey,
Dan.
Dano. Poindexter.
Yeah.
Book 'em, Dano.
Waldo.
Well, thanks, Dano. Fun times. There he goes, everybody.
Great
Dano.
job.
All right,
Great
give it
job.
up. Yeah.
Wilson.
Talking religion, a little religion from Dano, a future mall shooter right there. You saw him here first, though, on Kill Tony. Put your hands together for Ryan Hicks. Here he comes from deep in the back.
What's up? How's everyone doing? Good to be here. I'm in a weird place right now. I just found out that my girlfriend cheated on me with my sister's boyfriend, Todd. Yeah, I want revenge. So I'm going to fuck Todd. Yeah, right in front of Karen. See how she likes it, man. The punishment should fit the crime. That's all I'm saying. I'm a tense guy. I don't think I'm alone here. I hate traffic. Are you guys anything like me? Are you ever sitting in a traffic jam and you just think, go! How hard is it to merge? Just slow down. Let the other person in. Be considerate. What happened to the golden rule? Treating each other as we would want to be treated. The government has pitted us against each other. We're divided on simple issues where we would just realize we're all being fucked over equally. We could come together and put the right politicians in office. The ones that aren't corrupted by the corporations. Then we could properly fund education and properly fund science and rebuild our infrastructure, which would mean bigger roads. Then it wouldn't be so hard.
Was that the end of that joke?
Do you guys ever think that in a traffic jam?
Ah.
Whoa. Is that the beginning of that Janet Jackson song?
That was really intense. It was like last week when that dude laid on the ground and did that thing, the Jungle Book thing
Yeah.
he did.
That was aggressive.
That really makes the whole room kind of uncomfortable when you do that, I think.
It was
But-
it's an interesting thing. You went from, the Todd thing I liked, and you had me, and then it was a lot of just performing. I get that, though. People are going to laugh at that because it's commitment. And you committed hard. You definitely stuck with it.
Thanks.
Is that more along your style, or is the beginning
No,
more along your style?
Yeah, the beginning.
Right.
It usually the yelling makes more sense in a longer set because that's the only one that I really do that aggressively.
Yeah,
but I just
definitely
decided to go
does.
for
How long
it.
you been doing stand-up?
Almost a year and a half.
Where are you from?
San Diego.
How long have you been up here?
I come up every week. I've been coming up here every week for about a month or two. Probably moving up next year. Just
Good for
kind
you.
of getting used to the
Isn't
city.
there another guy named like Ryan Hicks or something like that in San Diego?
No, that's me. I actually hosted for you at a Comedy Juice show.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
right. That's why that sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm sorry.
No worries. No worries. That's all right. It was memorable. I don't think you saw my set. I was okay.
After you do that joke, can you come back from it? Like what's the joke after the screaming one usually, or is that your closer?
He goes back to that thing that he said at the end.
Yeah, I do. Do you guys ever think that in a traffic jam, and that usually gets a laugh, and then I can just kind of go back into material? I've been trying to close with it though.
Yeah, that would be a better if
Yeah.
you could make it a closer. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I just. It seems like to me after when that was happening, I got the joke, but it was just like, oh my god, he's just screaming right now. Like, it took me out of it. Where to the point I was like, dude, this is fucking crazy.
Right.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I didn't think you were screaming because you weren't doing it in the microphone. If you were screaming into the microphone, I
Right.
thought it would have been awkward. I thought maybe a cool way to end it would be to say, and that's why I don't own a convertible, or something,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
where or that's why I'm not allowed to drive a motorcycle, or
Yeah.
that's why I don't have a car right now.
Yeah, I
or,
think that's
something like
definitely
that. But
Right.
then also the Todd thing, I felt like it's kind of also a punishment to Todd.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe there's just a little bit more exploring that you can do on that end of it. Like, I'm going to fuck Todd. Because I like how you said that, like, every action, what did you say? Every payment
the punishment should fit the crime.
The punishment should fit the crime.
Right.
And I think it takes me just a little bit of math to do that, because you're saying, like, it's my girlfriend fucked my sister's boyfriend.
Todd.
So there's already
Or
some
you
math
could say
there.
the
You know what I mean?
punishment should fit the crime, and the punishment is my dick, and the crime is his asshole.
Yeah, I think just
and I'm gonna make it fit.
yeah, I think spell it out, because for me, I'm like putting like all these people together in my mind and like figuring out who's who.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like, yeah, if you just spelled it out a little bit more.
Or you could just say, I'm going to fuck my sister to get back at everybody. That might be a little weird.
I thought of that when I was writing the joke.
Sorry, I go to a
if Todd's
darker
not into
place.
it, I'm going to
love
punish
that.
him by
Yeah.
fucking my sister.
Yeah.
You know, you can
And I'm going to
still go
make
for-
him watch that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go all day in that.
Yeah.
If Todd doesn't want to do that, I will fuck my sister.
because he should have to pay for not wanting to.
Right.
You know what I mean? He should be punished as well.
But I didn't mind the screaming part. I liked it. I liked that it went somewhere.
Yeah.
That it wasn't just screaming. That you actually had it. You know, it kept going to a different place and kept getting deeper into like fucking crazy shit.
Right.
And you know where it's like you're crazier and crazier and crazier, and then it comes back to, and that's why.
Yeah,
I like that. I
the
didn't
bear
mind it at
played
all. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought
Thank
it was
you.
tangible evidence, and it was stuff
Yeah.
that we always think in traffic, which I thought you were like really spelling out how we all really
But
feel, but
I-
you were putting it in a much more articulate sense. So I thought it was cool.
But I if I were going to approach something about traffic, because it's like traffic and stuff like that is like a lot of people do it just because it's out there.
Yeah.
I would just simply say, have you ever been in traffic? And, you know, someone doesn't merge, as opposed to like saying, you know, how do you feel about
Right.
You drive a lot from San Diego to here, right?
Yeah, and a lot in San Diego too.
What kind of car do you have?
I just got a Chevy Sonic. It's like a new.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like a little 4-door. It's just like a cheap, good fuel
Chevy
efficient
Sonic.
car. Yeah, it just looks
Yikes.
like a car. I mean, it's just.
It's a shame it doesn't sound like a car.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sounds like
it's a
a
shame it doesn't taste like Sonic. That'd be delicious.
Did the car dealer come out on roller skates and sell that to you?
Yeah, it came with
You
taters.
guys
Made
not
change.
have Sonic where you're from, you peasants?
Made change.
Ryan, thank you so much.
Thank you
Great
guys.
job.
See
Appreciate
you
it.
soon. Ryan Hicks Comedy. He's on Twitter at Ryan Hicks Comedy. That's always fun. I always ask first-time guests a question. I probably already asked you this. If not, then you'll be next. But I'm going to ask you first, Cort. Was there anything that you did in like your first year or 6 months or whatever of stand-up comedy that you can't believe that you did, that you wish you didn't do, that you hope nobody remembers, that you're glad nobody saw, anything crazy like that?
Yeah, I had a really bad night.
Really?
I had only been doing comedy about 8 months, and I had all tit and dick jokes, as most people do when they first start out. And my friend had a Super Bowl party in San Diego, and Sinbad was the headliner. And he goes, "Do you want to open for Sinbad?" And I was like thinking, "Oh, Super Bowl party, people fucked up, drunk, everything." I go, "Yeah, sure, fuck, I'll do 5-6 minutes, whatever." And then as we're walking to the venue, he goes, "Now you know that there's kids and parents and everything. Like it was like a family party." And I was like, "Have you seen my fucking material?"
Right.
Man, it's like I do dick jokes. And he goes, "We can't do dick jokes." And I go, "Then I'm not fucking doing this." He goes, No, you're doing it." And I had to stand in front of people. I had to write like 5 minutes in like 10 minutes. With 6 months into comedy, I ate so much shit in that 6 minutes. I had a table of friends sitting there laughing their balls off at how much shit I was spooning in my face.
Yeah. I once had something like that happen. I was doing the road with Sam Tripoli, and this was very early on, maybe like a year and a half in. And I was very dirty, too. And he goes, "Yeah, man, this is going to be a fun gig." It was up in Modesto. So Tripoli and I are taking this 6-hour drive north. At one point, halfway through the drive, I go, "So what's this gig that we're doing?" And he says what I think is a joke. He goes, Yeah, bro, it's a convention of 7-Eleven owners from all around the country, bro. And I laugh, and I'm like, haha. And when you're the opener, and you're that early on, and you're happy to be a part of the gig, you know what I mean? You don't, I assumed it was a joke, so I didn't ask again. You know what I mean? I wasn't like, no, but seriously, for him to go, no, it's seriously 7-Eleven owners, I thought he was just making a joke. Turns out it was just 7-Eleven owners from all around the country. And it was round tables, so half the crowd's facing the other way. They're literally eating dinner while it's happening, and we have to perform at a podium. Like, all this, everything's wrong. There's a dance floor in between the podium and them, so it's like 50 feet away. I'm just like, isn't that crazy, guys? And nobody's paying attention. And the only person, it must have been 150, 200 7-Eleven owners in this giant hotel ballroom. And the only person you can hear is all the way in the back of the room, and it's Tripoli just dying. Just, because I'm just bombing, and he knew that he'd remember it for the rest of his life. And
Were they eating pizza and taquitos off of it?
He was dying in the back of the room.
With a corn dog in his hands, just like, yeah.
Because it had to be clean and it had to be 10 minutes, and I had none of that. So I'm just milking everything. I'm like, 7-Eleven, huh? So yeah, screw Exxon Mobil, am I right, people? Don't you hate it when people go to gas stations for stuff? And they're just like, who the fuck is this kid? And it was bad.
Why is this in my place?
Oh, it was bad. It was literally 7-Eleven owners. It was like
I'm
a
the
fucking
captain
nightmare.
now.
Yeah. Look at... Sarah, have I ever asked you that?
You asked me that, yeah, and I told you about how I used to draw the Mason-Dixon line on my stomach and lift it up.
Oh, my God.
I remember that.
Yeah, you
I remember that.
that.
I remember that.
That's so bad that I blocked out the memory of you telling me about
exactly.
it. That's insane.
Until Bobby Lee was like, you don't have to draw it. Like, people just believe you.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, my God. That's
Took a while,
hilarious.
And it always stayed on because it was in a Sharpie.
Really?
Yeah,
doing
like,
2 sets tonight. I'm drawing this dark.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm just amazed that I ever lifted up my shirt on stage. That's more amazing to me.
I'm going to love this. This is our friend from Phoenix that's here in town, everybody. Heidi Gildas, everyone. Heidi.
Niggas locked down in 10x4, controlling the house. We live in hard knocks. We don't take over, we ball blocks. Burn them down and you can have it back, daddy.
Together for Heidi, everybody. Here she is.
All right, Comedy Store. So I'm in from Phoenix, and last month we were doing our back-to-school shopping. I have kids, and we went to the Walmart. I'm sorry, guys, but I did. And this guy in front of me wasn't wearing a shirt. Now, I get it. We live in Phoenix, but the least you could do is cover your hairy nipples. I mean, we're in a grocery store, right? But I did notice he had a sweet tattoo. It was a Jesus tattoo, and it had the sweet Jesus abs. And it said, he died for our sins in English because he's a gangster, and that's what font of choice they have. So I thought, that's awesome that he died for our sins. But if a lady said to you, I'm dying for your sins right now, how bitchy would that be, right? But a guy says it, let's write a book. So I was thinking, let's say it was a lady, a girl Jesus, a Kardashian type, if you will. And she's on the cross, crucified. And she says, do you guys even know who my dad is?
Boom. I love that. Heidi, how long have you been doing stand-up?
8 months.
8 months, and all in Phoenix, right? And wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
You're so likable on stage.
Yeah, very likable.
Yeah.
Should I? Yeah, I just wanted to say first of all, it was very cool and cute, and you're very likable. When you say we shop at Walmart, I wouldn't apologize for that. I would actually make a joke about it and just be like, we went school shopping at Walmart because we have money, and that's where people with money go. You know what I mean? Just make it. You can get an extra laugh out of the fact that you have to go to Walmart. Or we go shopping at Walmart because we don't like people to get paid for their services. If I did, I would be shopping at Macy's, but I'm not that kind of person. Or you can make a joke about being from Phoenix and like how it's so hard to be like Latina in Phoenix because you have to show your ID. So you might as well go to Walmart and hurt white people.
Yeah, I shop at Walmart because the girls are easier than the girls at Target.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Self-esteem issue.
Yeah.
Vulnerable.
I think you can get some extra jokes.
I thought you were really good. I thought the material you wrote was good. I thought you were fine. I thought you were very, you were comfortable. And I looked. I mean, everybody's nervous. You'd always get nervous, but it was like. But I thought you did very good.
Thank you.
8 months in, fucking outstanding.
Yeah,
I have
amazing.
a question. Where was the tattoo?
On his back.
So it covered the
whole back, yeah.
Okay.
And it said he died for our sins, and it was a sweet.
And was the
ripped.
Jesus facing outward,
Yeah,
or was
yeah.
he facing like it was Jesus's back?
Outward.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what happens to the joke. Is I say that then religious wars would be if it was a girl Jesus, would she be hot or not? And since she's a Kardashian type on the crucifix, she'd be like ass out.
Oh, I
and
see.
like lady font. I died for your sins. Ding.
Holler.
Yeah.
Right. I love when you say Jesus had like rock hard abs.
Yeah.
I think that's something that I never really noticed that he does. So
He's got sweet abs.
I'm sure there's more there. Like you never read about that part in the Bible where he's just doing sit-ups for 5 hours a day for some reason. But man, he really works those things.
Yeah, how do you get abs and sandals?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Like other main religious figures don't have bodies like that, right?
Well, we don't also get to see their.
Buddha looks like shit. Who else is there? There's Muhammad.
We don't know what Muhammad looks like.
Right. Oh, he's so great because we don't even know. How amazing. Anyway.
Yeah,
all right,
I
we
feel
just
like there's
lost our one
a
Muslim
little bit-
podcast listener, guys.
I think there's more that you can do about why the guy has his shirt off at Walmart. You know what I mean? Like, I guess if you have a sweet tattoo like that, you want to show it off.
The crazy part was, since he was in front of you in line, you could tell by his order that he wasn't even buying a shirt.
Yeah, it
There you
was just grocery.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like you're in a store that also has clothes. Like,
Right. And there's probably also something about how he had a belly, but Jesus has rock hard abs on his back. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't even use Jesus as an inspiration in that way.
But is that technically a tramp stamp if it's on your back?
Well, that's true. Was it on his lower back?
it covered his whole back.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
But I think there's also if you have a Jesus on your back, like a monkey on your back. Like there's all kinds of there's something that you could say there about having you're carrying the weight of Jesus on your back.
And it was a little dude too.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could also say something like, his name was Jesus, too.
Double dipping on the Jesus.
It was like, this doesn't look like the same Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. How long are you in town for? What brings you to LA?
So I'm actually on a family vacation. I asked my husband and my daughter to drop me off so I can do some stage time.
Oh, wow.
That's great. So they dropped you off in LA and went back to Phoenix.
Yeah, no,
Don't applaud family values. Jesus. This is Kill Tony.
No, they went to Universal Studios right now, and then they're going to come pick me up.
Oh, nice. That's very Latino of them.
Yeah, very.
That is that is Latino Disney World over there.
City Walk.
It really
They went
is.
to Shitty Walk, you guys. It'd be nice. Oh, that's cool.
Are you going to be at our show Thursday?
No, I'm not going to be back. I'm going to be here the whole week. I know.
Really? Oh my goodness, that's
I know.
insane. We're gonna be in Phoenix and
I'm
you're gonna be here.
sorry.
What are the odds of that?
I'm going to be there in December.
Awesome. I'll be there.
Yes.
I'll be
Boom.
At the stand-up I can't talk. I'm at
Yeah,
stand-up
I've-
Scottsdale.
Heidi,
been
who are
doing their
some of
open
your
mic there.
who are some of your favorite stand-ups that you've seen that that you inspire you?
Dean Del Rey, Sarah. I saw you when I came here, the first time actually. I think I
cool.
saw you in the OR. Tom Segura. I've never seen him live, but
I love him.
yeah, I mean, just his cadence and everything. That's
That's awesome.
yeah.
I love it.
Heidi, it was
Thank
so
you.
much fun to have you on. I'm so glad you came
Great
out
job.
of the bucket.
Great seeing
Heidi
you.
Geldis, everybody. She's on Twitter at Heidi Geldis, HeidiGeldis. Heidi. We love Heidi. We always hang out with her after our shows whenever we're in Phoenix or anywhere in Arizona. And now she's here, which is great. Billy Anderson, Scotland's finest. Holy shit.
Fuck yeah. Great.
Sometimes the bucket just shits out magic, everybody.
How's it going? So, let me swallow my gum. So, I'm 21 years old. This is my first time doing stand-up comedy. I'm from a different country. And I really like digging myself out of holes. So this should be interesting. I don't know how much you know about Scotland, but it's cold. And it's so cold that I can actually remember at the time it was socially acceptable to wear a ski mask in public at school. What I'm trying to say is, I think terrorists have ruined ski masks. I hate being from a nation of people doomed to look like Norwegian fishermen standing on the edge of a dock with their chapped, cracked lips.
Yeah, good job. 55 seconds of thunder.
Thunder.
You almost fell off of the stage at one point. That was pretty awesome.
Almost fell off the planet.
But it's better to be too far forward than it is to back up and,
Yeah.
and fear the audience.
Get in the
So that's
face.
good. You almost were the first comedian to stage dive on Kill Tony. I would have loved that. How exciting,
Billy.
Billy. That was your first time ever on stage?
Yeah.
Great
Yeah,
job.
that's awesome.
Wow. I love your style. My initial thoughts are just, you get it. I could tell that. I could tell you love comedy. You immediately acknowledge the Scotland thing, which would be most important. And doing anything else would just be stupid. If you came up here and started talking about, dragons and Jesus's abs or anything, it just would have been silly because you're so blatantly from Scotland.
Yeah, I think you can.
And I love the joke. The ski mask joke is great. It's something probably where, I'd say that there's more there.
Crockpots. Terrorists have ruined crockpots.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's
Pressure
so
cookers, yeah.
there's so many
Pressure
there's so many little things you can think of, I bet.
Bombs. They ruined bombs. Used to be so much fun to, get a few batteries and link them all together and blow it off in your enemy's backyard. Now
Ruined forever.
you
Lost.
can't
Yeah,
do
they
that.
ruined beheading. It used to be a cool sport
Yeah.
down in the Midwest.
But I'd also imagine that with the terrorist ski mask thing and you talking about the cold weather, that there might be something in, if you set it up right, then your first joke about that could be something around, we were the, terrorists ruined that. So that's your one thing. But you could say, before terrorists wore those, we were just wearing them because we were cold, freezing cold. We were the original ISIS. There's something in that because then you're combining terrorism and the freezing ice.
ICES.
Yeah.
ISIS.
Us.
Ice us.
Right. That was the joke, Billy.
Yeah, I think you can make it even more obvious. Like you say you're from Scotland, and then you say as if your name isn't Scottish, and your name is Billy Anderson. It might as well just be called
Johnny Walker.
Yeah, yeah, Johnny Walker or Johnny Bagpipes or something. Haggis.
Stage name?
Yeah.
Do you know how to play the bagpipes?
No.
Are you a fan of Roddy Piper?
Oh, yeah.
Damn right, you better be. Piper's been on this show before.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
What are you doing in town? Just vacationing?
Yeah. Vacationing and this.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah, and Kill Tony.
This is one of your main things.
Yeah.
Slow reveal.
Represent.
Slow reveal.
What
I
part
love
of
it.
Scotland do you live in?
The south.
The South.
No one knows. I'm not gonna.
I was
I'm not
just
gonna
in. We
paradise
were
you.
just there. We
I
were.
was just in
I
Scotland.
was in
Where-
Edinburgh and
you
I
were-
was in Glasgow.
Yeah, that's the only place anyone knows.
Well, that's why I was asking because I had to drive. We had to take a train through some
Yeah.
towns.
Dumfries.
Okay.
Shout out.
Absolutely no fucking idea where that place
Well,
is.
I went to a whiskey tasting, and there were different regions of Scotland that I learned about, and the southern region was
So
not
much
the
you
one I
learned
liked.
that night. There was so much you learned that night.
A whiskey tasting, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of her many suitors took
Yeah.
her to a whiskey tasting.
That's
I
true.
bet.
I've ruined this mic stand. I just thought you'd know.
Yeah.
How did you ruin it, Billy? Are you
Well, you
Because
just
this
have
is
to
my
turn
first time
it.
doing stand-up and I have
Turn
no
the
idea.
Twist the
the
thing.
There.
to the other side,
Clockwise.
to the right.
Learning, everyone.
Yeah.
Learning in progress.
There you go. It's just like the metric system. Billy, what else have you done fun since you've been in town?
I got lunch and then came here.
Okay,
You should check out Universal Studios. It's quite the place.
Billy, what do you do for work in Scotland? Jesus. All right. Kill people?
That's why he's on vacation. He's on vacation from resting, I guess.
Yeah. I'm on vacation from vacation.
Oh,
Well,
so
you're
I'm
tw-
unemployed. I do nothing.
You're 21 years old, though, right? Yeah, so 21. You got a lot. You got 2 or 3 more years before you can keep fucking
are you
off.
still in college? How does that work out there?
No, I left college. I'm just on unemployment because I'm a scab.
So they have unemployment in Scotland.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good thing they did.
Oh yeah.
Good thing the referendum went that way. You'd be real fucked right now. Yeah.
Inside, I like.
Nobody got that. All right.
So
I did.
Is it true, all the stereotypes? Your family drinks a lot, you drink a lot, everybody drinks, right?
Yeah.
Just whiskey all day.
Yep.
What's the best whiskey?
Ooh. Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker Blue.
There you go.
Johnny Walker Blue.
Boom. Nailed it. Iron Madonia, what do you think about this guy? What do you think about Scotland? What goes on in your mind when you see him?
I like his hair.
That's right.
That's for sure. I like his attitude. I like everything he's got going on.
Sounds like a real fucking
Have you
man
ever
crush
been,
there. Yeah.
Have you ever been fucked by a robot before, Billy?
Yeah. Not
Little
a real
taste of
robot,
America
yeah.
is going to happen
I
tonight.
actually have a rabbit attached down here, so.
He's not from Ireland. He's from Scotland. He hasn't been fucked by a robot.
Okay, Billy. So what's your next goal now that you've accomplished this? What are you going to do here in LA before you get back? You're going to get an Asian massage? You're going to go visit a plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills? Like, what locally are you excited to see or do? Venice Beach? Anything?
I'm gonna go hit some Death Squad shows.
And probably going to buy weed because weed's legal here, right?
Yeah.
That's usually what people
It's not
come here
legal
for.
in Scotland?
No.
What happens if you get caught with weed in Scotland?
They make you drink scotch.
You drink all this fucking whiskey.
Yeah. It's jail.
For how
Wow.
long?
Depends on how much. Stuff
Wow.
Like that.
But you can just get drunk as
Oh yeah.
all hell.
Oh
and
yeah.
then they don't care at all. They encourage that.
They introduced 24-hour drinking and then things just fell apart.
24-hour drinking.
Yep.
What
like
does that
Vegas,
mean?
Like Vegas style.
Wow.
Yeah. It went south really quickly.
You're so Scottish and you drink so much whiskey that even talking to you made Cort have to go pee.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So Billy,
You ever drink so much you see a blue baby walking on your ceiling?
Not yet. I mean, it's a goal, I suppose.
that usually happens when you're older and your liver gives out completely.
Nice.
So you'll probably see it one day.
Nice.
What are your goals? I mean, what do you want to do with life? You're 21 years old. You've already been on stage at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
How long have you been 21 for?
Until tomorrow.
Oh, really? Tomorrow's your birthday?
Yeah.
Happy
Amazing.
birthday.
Boom. Wow, Billy Anderson.
Give him some American whiskey.
That's true. Have you
America.
had Crown Royal. I'm kidding, that's Canadian. But it's really good. Do they even
Jack Daniels.
have Crown
Tennessee.
Royal in
Oh,
Scotland?
Yeah, totally.
People love it, right?
We have every whiskey you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, they
All
have
right,
nothing
Jesus,
to
Billy,
do.
relax.
It's kind of depressing there. It's so beautiful, yet it's so depressing there. It was really cold when I was there, too. And I was there in August, which is like the nicest. And by the way, your seagulls are the worst. The seagulls there are so loud, they sound like they're choking on other seagulls. Like,
Oof.
it literally, they're like, like a Disney movie, like crazy. Yeah, that's true. Edinburgh to me was just like a terrible Disneyland. It was like 4 Disneylands attached, and I'm like, I'm sick of castles and all the food's expensive and it tastes bad. I don't want to be here.
You ever hang out in castles?
Yes. Strangely, yes.
You ever wear a metal suit of armor before?
Yes.
That seems like a very Scottish thing.
Yeah.
Why do people in Scotland do that stuff? Why didn't
Because
you guys...
weed's not legal.
Are you the
Can
only
you do
person in Scotland with the internet?
I think so. Yeah.
Can you do a Sean Connery impression?
Can you not do a Sean Connery impression? Billy, it was a pleasure, buddy. Billy Anderson, everybody.
Good job, Billy.
He's on Twitter. It's Death Squad Alba, A-L-B-A. Alba, Scotland. So if you've ever wondered who Death Squad Alba is,
2
that's
members
him.
and 1 is a sheep.
I love it. Okay, this looks like a new name I haven't seen before. Put your hands together for Scott Blacks.
Oh, shit. You know what that means?
Oh, no. If you miss your spot, that means you get blacklisted. There you go. That's what happens. Is Patriot makes a noise and you don't come back on again.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, it happens that quick.
The blacks.
Well, no, I think you're confused. No, it's called a blacklist because that's just the list they go on to not.
His name is Blacks.
Oh,
you just
wow.
put him on the
Scott
blacklist.
Wow.
The first guy was White, Dano White. I'm just saying.
To the back of the bus, Scott Blacks.
Well, if there's anything we know about
Look how
the black,
offended the early comics get.
if we know anything about the Blacks family, he's probably just running late.
Yeah.
So he'll probably be here.
That's okay. We would have ran the light anyway.
They love running.
Oh,
anyway, guys.
Oh, this is going the wrong way.
I love
going the wrong way.
Yeah.
This is definitely a new name because I'd remember this one if I saw it. Put your hands together for Lauren.
Nobody I know got killed South Central LA.
Got a little following. Lauren, everybody, here she is.
Hello. Hello? Can you hear me? Turn the mic up, Brian. Just kidding. All right, guys. Hi, everyone. I am at the Britney Spears stage of my life where I'm not a girl, but I've made out with a woman. Thanks, Sarah. I've done everything a young lady should. I'm a young lady. I graduated college, traveled the country, had a few pregnancy scares, went vegan. But I still don't consider myself a woman. I think you're a woman when you have at least a B cup and have took it in your ass. One of two, you're almost there, but not quite. But yeah, any feminists in here? Any feminists? All right, guys. Well, why don't you guys do yourself a favor and stop it? Okay, that's it. Thank you.
There you go. Exactly 1 minute. How long have you been doing stand-up, Lauren?
This is my first night.
You have to talk into the mic.
This is my first night.
Wow. Look
Very
at that.
That's great.
Your
We are
first
pop-
joke made me laugh out loud.
That's great.
And
We
I
are
liked it.
popular
And I like that
series.
you do anal on your first night. That much I love. That much I love.
I didn't like that.
That's a solid characteristic right there. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
You ever been with a character from Teen Wolf before?
Actually, I have.
You want to complete that trifecta, by the way? No. All right. Anyway,
Oh my
sorry.
God.
All right, anyway.
That went the wrong way for you,
Yeah.
didn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, I got that joke. I don't know if you guys got that joke because it was a reference to a Britney Spears song, and then she did a switch at the end. So I thought that
She made out
with a woman, yeah, an
Madonna
old lady.
when she was like 23, and
Yeah.
that's how old I am.
I thought it was really smart. And then I thought you were going to go in a cool direction and stay smart, and then you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't.
And I was really upset because I felt like you're that angle of like, I'm not yet a woman, and I don't think you're a woman until you do this. I just thought that.
Why
part.
do you think that? What is the thing with the anal that makes you think that would make you a woman?
Yes. Why is that?
Yeah.
Like when a guy puts something in his butt, that makes him a woman. But that's because we don't have vaginas, and that's
No,
what
well,
makes
I
you
said
a
you're not a
Tony.
woman
Touche.
unless
Very good.
it's-
Very good point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that's a very womanly thing to do.
Really?
Like, yeah, I mean,
There you go. Standing ovation from the comedians on the top.
Yeah. I think it'll probably get a laugh or a groan, but it won't be a sincere laugh. I think you can be smarter than that. If your first joke is that smart, you already know what you're doing, and you can take that in another direction that people won't expect. You can still start with B cup, and then you can go somewhere else.
okay,
you know?
thank you.
Yeah, you're not a woman until you're comfortable wearing, certain kind of underwear or whatever,
Be a woman.
Uh-oh. The agent, Agent Brian Redband. What do you think? She should do more Tom Hanksy stuff? Or, Lauren, who was the girl that you made out with?
Just a chick that I made out with.
Well, that would be yes. That would be one part of the woman thing. Again.
Yeah.
Yep. Who was it? A friend? A teacher?
It was a friend of a friend that I met at a party.
So it was just one night, one kiss.
It was a one night, one thing. Never done it again.
Do you want it to happen again?
Certainly, yes.
Brian, put something in your butt and make out with her.
I'm still not a B cup though, so I'm still not going to be a lady.
Oh.
What about a
Get her
finger?
pregnant.
I'm sorry?
What about a finger? You got like a little finger?
Fine. That's fine.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Okay, guys, this just got weird.
This has gone a whole nother direction.
I mean, I just think if you're going to tell people not to be feminist and do like that kind of stuff, which I think is cool because I think feminism is ruining the world. But I mean, I think you can expand on that. But I don't think if you're going to go in that direction, you can do something so.
Well, I have more on it, but it's only a minute, so I just.
That's fine, but you still don't have to do
That
taking
one.
it in the butt joke because that's
Okay.
a cheap laugh when you're obviously working towards a smarter goal.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it didn't seem like it fit the rest
It
of your
didn't fit the
jokes.
rest.
It seemed
Okay.
it seemed like one of those early shock jokes that was
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
ass sex, you know.
Thank you. That's really good feedback. Thanks.
So, how long you been on stand-up again?
First time.
This is my
First
first
time.
night.
And where are
Yeah.
you from?
I'm from here. I'm from LA.
What made you want to start stand-up?
It's comedians. Yeah,
Who's your
like-
favorite? Like, who did you watch?
I love Dave Attell. He's my favorite.
Oh, you should have been here last week when he was on the show.
I was here and I saw
Oh.
him do Comedy Underground. I was,
Wow.
Of course I'm
Now,
gonna-
Lauren, is that what's the deal with that name?
I'm not giving myself any disservice with that. I don't know. It just.
L2.
It always
I like
cracks
it.
me. It always makes
I think
me
that's
laugh.
cool.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think having a real name is always the better way to go about
Is that
it?
what is your real name?
Lauren Castaneda.
Castaneda?
So you use your real name.
It's Castaneda, but people don't like saying stuff.
All right,
like
Lauren, it is.
No, that's. I mean, I used to go by my full name, and then they stopped. Like MC started cutting it off, so now I just became Sarah Tiana. Tiana's my middle name. So like my last name just got cut off by MC, and it just stuck. So eventually, like something will stick. But I don't mind Lauren. I think it's kind of
Lauren
fun.
butt play Lauren.
Jesus Christ. So,
oh my God.
This is exciting. Now, what
It
were you
is.
doing for work before? I mean, do you still have a job?
I don't have a job, but I work on films and stuff.
What do you do on films?
I've been working towards being like a first assistant director.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice.
So that's kind of what I've been doing.
Whoa.
That's great.
exciting. How long have you
Vivid,
been in that field?
MGM.
None of that. Just
How long have you been
indie
doing that
stuff.
for?
Pretty much I guess this year I've just been starting it. Few months, like 6 months or something.
That's great. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, there you
You're right
go.
on your way.
Come back. Lauren, everybody.
That was really good.
Cool.
Really good.
We're popping cherries here tonight. Two
Oh,
of
you know
them.
what?
She's on Twitter at the Lauren. Let's keep this
I love
fun
it.
train moving along. This is
I
exciting.
like that name.
Iron
I'm okay with
Madonia
it.
is in the house. How you doing, bud?
Rocking and rolling.
Double the pleasure.
Live
double the
audience.
fun.
How are you guys? We doing this? Oh shit! I am so excited. I just pulled this name out. We had him on for the first time ever on this show last week, and he decimated so hard on this show that the talent coordinator, who was in the back of the room, booked him a spot in the original room that he had or is going to have tonight. That's the kind of magic that happens here on Kill Tony. He got swooped up out of this show and was put in the original room, and he's here for his second time ever, last week and now. Fang Chow, everybody. Here he is.
Ice Cube, the top gun, over to the pad and I'm coasting. Took another sip of the potion.
How are you guys doing? Good? Fucking yeah. Just let me get this out of the way, huh? What if I trip and fall? It's not gonna be funny. I am feeling really, really Asian right about now. I woke up this morning. I checked myself, still Chinese, really happy about it. I jerked off, I had some cereals. Just regular Monday. I am very Chinese. Here's the deal. Child labor is a problem over in China, obviously. But the new iPhone 6 is really nice. All right, I think I'm running out of time. Thank you, guys.
There you go. Got a good internal clock, 58.88 seconds. Fang Chow. Man, you have such a great cadence. Your timing is insane. I really hope that the more time that you spend here, I really hope that your English doesn't get better. It's a serious concern for me, because if it does, I feel like it's going to mess up this awesome thing you have going on. Like, you almost had a full-out applause break because you said cereals instead of cereal.
I am third attempt, like Rosetta Stone English version. Like, I'm trying. I'm just,
just keep an eye on it.
Stop trying.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah, I mean, it's
all right, I'll write that down.
Of all the Chinese characters I don't know, you're my favorite.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I take that as a compliment.
I like when you walked up and you just the way you just are honest, and I like that. Because you're here, I mean, obviously your English sucks, and but it's comfortable though that like you stand up there and you're just yourself, and that's funny, and that's hard to do. So hang on to that, because just being yourself is the hardest thing to do on stage.
Yeah.
And you do it very well, and just keep doing that, because the material doesn't have. I mean, the material is good. It was good material, but I think how long have you been doing stand-up?
Like a year and a half.
Yeah, more material will come, but just your presence is really solid, and your comfort of being there makes it really fun to watch you. So I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you for
Did
being
you
honest.
already do your spot downstairs that you got
Yes, I did.
last week? How'd that go for you?
I think I did pretty good, and I get a lot.
Are you one of those super humble guys that you always just say, I think I did
Chinese,
pretty good?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think cocky Chinese
Yeah,
people.
I think being humble is the way to do it.
I don't.
Well, you're Tony.
Right.
I'm Feng Chao, so
oh,
let me be me, and then we'll get.
No, I know. I definitely want you to be you.
Roast.
Do you have any food allergies?
What kind of question is that?
Is it possible that when you hold the mic, you can hold it like chopsticks?
I can do that. Yeah.
Okay, that would be cool.
If I want to.
I think.
But
that would be cool.
it's like everybody is freaking out about Ebola, and then I was like, I'm fucking from China. Like, that shit, nothing on me.
What does that mean? You don't know what Ebola is?
I know what that is. I just take my vitamins and jerk off every day. I'm fine. I'm all set.
I see.
Like,
Okay.
I'm not scared about Ebola. Like, you guys shouldn't either. Like,
No.
Right.
Fuck
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Eat a burrito or something, right?
Why could you be afraid when all you have to do is take a multivitamin and jerk off every day? Don't you know that's the only way to not get Ebola?
Can I talk to you about your set for a second? Because the first thing you said was, I like the way you set it up, and then you said, I woke up today feeling very Chinese. And I thought you were going to talk about the Bruce Lee shirt that you're wearing, but then you didn't.
Oh, yeah. I didn't. But I wanted to. I wanted to Bruce Lee, guys.
But also, like, it didn't totally make sense to me, the joke, because I think you're getting laughs off of your presence, and I think you can be getting more laughs off of your material. And
Right.
I feel like the first thing you said is, I woke up and I checked myself, and I said, I'm still Chinese, and I'm
Right.
fine with that. Right?
I was really happy about it.
What kind of?
Why were you really happy about it?
Because I'm still Chinese.
Like, did you?
What were
let's
you
be honest.
expecting to wake up as? Like a dragon?
Did you wait?
Or
I
egg
mean,
roll. I don't know.
But that's an honest question.
Do Chinese people look more Chinese when they first wake up because your eyes are still like more closed?
No, it's only like when I only get to that stage when I smoke weed. Like, what?
See, I thought
You could even do something like, at least I thank God I wasn't Korean or something.
There you go.
I woke up, I'm still Chinese. Thank God I'm not Korean.
If I woke up Korean,
Yeah.
my mom will fucking kill me.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What brought you to this world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but something along those lines. Yeah.
Meanwhile, everyone in the audience is going, he's not Korean?
Right? Like
We've
the girl
never
in the back.
seen
Maybe
a
he's
Chinese
Japanese.
guy.
Are you sure?
Right.
What kind of cereals did you have this morning?
Cheerios.
I had a feeling it was going to be Cheerios.
That's what he said,
Yeah,
Cheerios,
Airborne.
but it said Cereos, right?
Huh? I had a cereal.
I
said
said
a
cereal.
cereals. Yeah.
I thought you said Cheerios, but you were making it sound even more
Oh,
Asian.
see, you have your
There you
jokes
go.
have layers on them.
I got.
It's like Pulp Fiction. Everybody hears a different joke. Everybody sees a different movie.
I
That's
got
a good
this,
way
guys.
to do it.
Yeah, I got this.
I thought he was going to say I woke up on the side of a road after driving off of a bridge because I'm Chinese. You know, that's what I thought.
Well, you thought that.
That's another thing you say. Like, I woke up, I checked myself, I'm still Asian, and I woke up
And
from.
I'm
You know what I was trying to say?
happy
Like, I
about
woke
that.
up on the side of, or the
I
bottom
get
of
the
a bridge.
feeling that
like a
you
bad driver.
are. I honestly, I will timestamp it right now. How long are you in America for?
My visa already run out, so hopefully forever.
Till this podcast goes live, I guess.
So I'm gonna be here for.
So you got
for
a few
long
months. You got a few months. Oh, that
How
was
long?
a good.
How long do you think you're going to be here for?
Like the next 10 years at least.
All right. Well, then I'm saying it right now. I guarantee you that Fang Chao is going to be a superstar. I'm stamping it.
Fuck yeah, thank you.
That is a guarantee. The only thing you can't do is don't get sick. If you die, you're going to make me look like an idiot.
Yeah,
I got
don't-
you on this.
So don't do that. I don't know if you're one of those Chinese guys that like sits down and smokes cigarettes all day, but you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, don't get
Right on.
SARS.
Right.
I survived that in 2003.
Good job, good job. So you survived that. That's why you're not worried about Ebola.
Yeah, I'm not. Fuck Ebola.
Plus, you and your family always wear the surgical mask everywhere you go, right?
Right. Yeah. They do. I don't. I don't give a
the
fuck.
weirdest Asian thing out of all
Do
the
they
things.
sell those? Just like
I
at
pick on them all
Macy's?
the time. Like Kmart, maybe.
Asian Macy's.
Racist.
And the quickest way to start them is to give all the judges an iPhone 6, just so you know.
That's true.
Let me call my cousin. All right?
Yeah,
I'll
your
call my cousin.
yeah. Have him smuggle a few out of the factory. There we go.
Fang Chao,
Thank
thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good
Please
night. Thank
come
you.
back again.
Good job.
Fang Chao is on Twitter. He's Fang Chao, FENGCHAO 8080 on Twitter. How exciting. Thank you, Fang. This is the part of the show where we move on to our two regulars. We have two young ladies that do a brand new 60 seconds every single week. We've gotten to watch them grow over the past year and a half. It's always a new 60 seconds. So let's do it again. Going up first here tonight, you know her from her many appearances on, of course, this show and Dysentery. She's always taking something small and talking about it, breaking it down, making a bigger deal about a small type of thing, like really delving in, breaking it down. As of late, she's been on high alert. We noticed that we're going through, sometimes times are rougher than others. But I have my money on her picking herself up during this dark time. Put your hands together for it. Fuck? We do this every week. What are you people freaking out about? Welcome, new people. Put your hands together for the hilarious Sarah Weinshank, everybody.
Well, I'm going to pick myself back up this week by talking about Tupperware. I feel like that's a good place to begin. My friend made me a dish. I went to her house. She insisted on giving me leftovers from a casserole I never wanted. And then for a fucking week, consistently texted me asking me to get her back her Tupperware. She wanted her dry food storage container back. If I make something and I put it in a Tupperware, I say, fuck it, keep it. I'm not trying to be that person. What about Tupperware parties? Like, it's ladies' night. You want to trade dry food storage containers? I have a rectangle. You got a square? Perfect. I have some sponge cake that could fit in that. If you're a Tupperware woman, eventually you just become... If you're like a Tupperware obsessed woman, you eventually become a weird Post-it note leaver. That's what you evolve into. Like if you're... Okay.
Fuck yeah. Sarah Weinshank. Tupperware. That is an interesting one because it's not often talked about, and I love the angle that you have on that you're attacking on it of how crazy people get. They always want it back. It's a weird thing.
Maybe they just want to see you again.
No, I don't know. I think they just want their Tupperware back.
I like the dry storage container.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
dry storage container.
Then when you get in the shapes, it's good too. You know, square, rectangle. There's a circle one that's more of a Gladlock type of device.
Yeah.
You know.
I
And maybe there's
How the
something
fuck
with
do
that.
you know that there's a fucking small
Because
Gladlock
I
device?
deal with a lot of to-go containers. Elise
Jeez.
Lane always sends me home with my food rather than I can't eat. I can't eat it here.
Yeah. By the way, that shit was good tonight.
I,
All right, anyway.
Did you get to eat Elise Lane's food?
No.
You have a
Okay.
dish
Oh,
waiting
thank
for
you. Yay.
I hope you like sirloin steak.
I do.
Back to the dry storage containers.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think it's interesting, but I think it's interesting to know what you thought Tupperware was for. Like when people put food, like I feel like there's other uses for it, and like the fact of like if somebody came to your house, like what would you give them something to go in? You know what I mean?
I would just tell him to keep it.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like, why don't you just take it in the to-go box that it was delivered in, or whatever. You know, like
Yeah.
I think it's interesting, like why. I mean, it's not that interesting of a topic to begin with, but it still could be interesting because you're interesting. Does
Do
that
you
make
have
sense?
Tupperware?
No. My roommates have Tupperware, and then they're always wondering where their Tupperware went, and it's
Is
all in
it
the
you?
trash. Yeah, it's me.
You take your roommate's Tupperware?
I take it all the time, and then I'm like, fuck, I don't want to wash that. It's been in my car. Let's just get rid of it.
Exactly.
It's like a
Yeah.
science experiment.
See, that's the stuff that you should also be talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
because everybody goes through that with that. You know, you
Yeah.
throw a dish in your back seat, and then all of a sudden, you know, you don't want it. You're afraid to
To
open
open
it up
it, yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Tupperware is always the one you throw away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The plastic ones.
You just
yeah.
don't want to
The
look
glass
inside the
ones-
mold and all
The
that.
glass ones you can reuse, but the plastic ones are meant to be thrown away eventually.
Yeah. And if you can't find the lid to the right one.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like this seems like a topic that if you found something hilarious about it, I would keep it. But like, there's nothing. I don't know. It just seems.
Well, the
It seems
hilarious
like we're,
part
it
is that
seems like
someone
we're
wants it
digging
back.
really hard to find something funny about Tupperware.
Well, I don't know though. With her style, I don't think she's that far off.
I want to keep Tupperware, Red Band.
I think it's interesting. I think the interesting part is that someone wants it back, and like when people want things back that you consider like garbage, you know, like insulin or whatever, you know, like whatever people think that they need, but you're
Right.
like, you don't really need it, you just want it.
Yeah.
Tupperware.
Yeah. Like a mint container or something. Like you wouldn't want that back.
See, when your friends say, when your roommates say, "Where the fuck's my Tupperware?" Sarah, did you take it? What do you say?
Oh, your Tupperware is missing?
That's very good.
That's
Did you
weird.
get that at a party? You could say,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
We should
Well,
have
there
a
you go.
Tupperware.
Sarah Weinshank, everybody.
Yeah.
The brand
Thank
new
you.
60 seconds. Just like every other week. Our other regular, Florida University dropout. She dropped out of college after her very first time on stage, which was right here in this room on this live podcast. She's been doing a brand new minute every single week for you ever since. Here she is. It's Kimberly Congdon, everybody.
Hello, guys. My name's Kim, but sometimes the bartender calls me, "Ma'am, you're cut off." I read a headline today. It said, "Chris Brown says Ebola is a form of government population control." And they called him a musician. Can you believe that? That was the most shocking part. They called him a musician. I wrote a joke earlier about a flip phone, but it's a throwaway, so I didn't use it. I think that if you love someone, you should really throw your heart at them, and if they don't catch it, they probably play for the Raiders. Okay, that's it.
Hell yeah. You get into an argument with a Raiders fan this week?
No.
No. When the bartender says, "Ma'am, you're cut off," give us another word for "ma'am." What else would they call you besides "ma'am"?
Kim, you're cut off.
Other word.
Miss.
Miss, yeah.
No, something that describes like what you look like. Hey, you know, blah da da, you're cut off. You'll get another. What I'm saying is,
Oh yeah.
you're gonna get a funnier, a bigger laugh.
What'd you say, Dan?
Bitch face.
Oh, that's a good one.
Bitch
That'll
face.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That
you
would
know.
work.
Anytime.
Very good, Dan, from 3-point range over there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Now I know how Dan feels.
Yeah. What was the second joke that you did?
Oh, I messed that
Chris
one up.
Brown.
The original
Oh, yeah.
joke was supposed to, in the title, it says musician Chris Brown
Right.
says, and I was going to say, can you believe that they called him a musician?
Yeah.
But I kind of fucked it up.
That's a good
and
joke, though.
Try to save it.
Yeah. The throwaway thing, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
that's obviously that's for when you're performing in a comedian-only open mic or something like that, I'd imagine, because I know you do a lot of those shows where you're just
Yeah.
working stuff out. That'll work there, but never again in front of an actual audience.
Okay.
In my opinion, what do I know? But it's,
Also, you
it's a
can-
joke about jokes, so
Yeah.
Do it during the check drop. That's like
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little bit inside baseball.
Okay. Also, the Chris Brown joke, you can use a hit reference.
Right.
You know what I mean? That hit me where it hurt. Or
Can you believe they would call them? Can you believe it that they would call him a musician? That's a real punch in the face or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
His only hit was Rihanna.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, other than that, that's fantastic. You did it
Thank you.
again. What's going on in your life this week? Anything crazy?
Nothing too exciting. I think I'm going to do another roast battle pretty soon.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, the super popular, one of my favorite shows to just come to and hang out at, Roast Battle, happens here every Tuesday at midnight.
Yeah.
Hosted by the great Brian Moses. And our Kim Congdon here is 3-0.
I am.
A lot of people call her the Ronda Rousey of Roast Battle.
Yeah.
She is the undefeated woman champion.
So am
is that
I.
Brian right there? Put your hands together for Brian Moses in the back of the room, scouting it out. Brian's going to be on this show very soon.
Good job.
On the panel. Kim Congdon, everybody. There she goes. She's on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon. Oh, you're 3-0? Really?
Yeah, she just took down Ralphie May last week.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Literally
yeah,
took
Sarah
down Ralphie
Tiana.
May.
You know what else took down? All right, forget it.
No.
By the way, for any listeners who are in New York, Brian, when's the roast battle in New York City? November 8th, Saturday, 10 o'clock. If you're listening anywhere near the East Coast, go see Roast Battle at the New York Comedy Festival. Guys, that was Kill Tony, everybody. We did it. Feel free to go watch us all do stand-up in the original room downstairs after this. Dan Madonia, anything coming up that you want to promote? You're on Twitter.
Second season of Relationship coming out soon.
Whoa, Google Relationship. Find it on YouTube. Him and the hilarious Christina, his partner in crime, have great video shorts that they make. Cort McCown, you're on Twitter at Cort McCown, MCCOWN, all one word. Cort
That's it.
C-O-R-T.
Yes, sir. And then I have on All Things Comedy and Sensitivity Training with Joe Bartnick. Great podcast.
Awesome. That's
yeah.
you too?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. I love Joe Bartnick. He is
Joe Bartnick's
awesome.
a solid dude.
Great guy. Former Lisa Lampanelli roast writer. So him and I connect hard on that.
Guys.
We're in Toronto, guys. Check us out then. Thank you so much, live audience.